All right, and welcome to one of the first recorded videos in a while. Been making a lot of shorts. Today is going to be the first actual MLB video. We're going to be going over the playoff predictions, and make sure you subscribe to Mr. Sports for more content. Obviously, there's a lot of shorts coming up and a lot of videos that if you guys want me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. But without further ado, let's talk about the American League first. I have the bracket set up here. It's not the best setup, but I know. Just trust me. So we're gonna go. I don't know how the wild card's really gonna work. I don't know a lot of people that know how it works. Some people I know are still a little confused on it. So we're just at sea. So just bear with me here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about each series and let you know what I think about them. So the Rays at Guardians are the first games. The Rays have been in the playoffs the past few years. The Guardians returning to the playoffs for the first time at least in a year or two. You talk about good offense for both these teams. So I think this comes down to the better pitching, which is why I'm going to go with the Rays. The Rays have very good pitching. They have a bunch of starters that lead the team and can lead a team to a playoffs. They've been in the World Series. They've done it before. I think they can beat the Guardians this week, or this series, rather. Mariners and Blue Jays, both the first time in a while for both these teams. Obviously, 21 years for the Mariners is crazy. Blue Jays have a better offense. It's close on defense. I love both these teams. Love watching both of them. But I think, with that being said, you can't stop Vladdy Jr. Now, Vladdy Jr., Bo Bichette, Teoscar Hernandez, you can't stop those guys. So, which is why I have the Blue Jays beating the Mariners. But I think the Mariners can easily come back from this next year. We'll do all the American League here. Rays at Yankees. Obviously, Aaron Judge, 62 homers. It's incredible. Versus this Rays we talked about with Wander Franco and all these other players, Brandon Lowe. But I think the Yankees are going to pull it off. Now this one, Blue Jays and Astros. We haven't talked about the Astros. Jose Altuve, Justin Verlander. They have great players. And they have players that have been in the World Series. Obviously, they were there recently. But biggest upset of the video so far, I've got the Blue Jays winning. I think the Blue Jays are really going to step up their game in this postseason. And I think people are underestimating them as a team to play in the World Series. With that being said, the Blue Jays versus Yankees, here's why. I'm going to say this already. The Yankees aren't a team that goes far in the playoffs, which is why I think they're lucky winning this series against the Rays. I was thinking about putting the Rays up ahead of them, but I decided to go with the Yankees. But the Blue Jays are my American League prediction for the World Series. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, this team, this powerful offense, and obviously they're good pitching with Alek Manoah leading the way. I think the Blue Jays can do it. So let's go to the National League down here. Phillies at Cardinals. Both teams are good, have been really good this year. Phillies especially been shocking considering they've been fourth place team recently. But the Cardinals, they're just better. I think Pujols and Molina, they're gonna make a big stretch for their final seasons. Who knows about Adam Wainwright? But I think the Cardinals are going to try to have an emotional run to try to win the World Series this year, and I think that starts against the Phillies. Padres and Mets is probably the best first-round game, Padres obviously have got Juan Soto, expecting to play with Fernando Tatis. Obviously, that hasn't happened this year due to the suspension. But the Mets have been really good this year as well. Almost won the American League East Division, and for that, they get my vote. I think the Mets are going to beat the Padres simply because I think the Padres aren't as good as I thought, really. I thought they'd beat the Dodgers. Obviously, the Dodgers are that powerful. With just saying that, with the Dodgers being the 1 seed, I mean, the Dodgers are just that good. So, what else can I say? Kershaw, Bellinger, Trey Turner. Yeah, you get it. Cardinals, Braves. Braves reigning World Series champions. Do I think they'll do it again? I'm going to say no. Okay, Cardinals at Dodgers. Cardinals, as I said, Molina and Pujols, they're going to have an emotional stretch down the back end of the playoffs. So the Cardinals are going to beat the Braves, in my opinion. And now it's time to find out who the Blue Jays' opponent in the World Series. Obviously, you can tell what I'm typing here. It's the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers have a better team than when they won the World Series back in 2020. Tyler Anderson, Tony Gonsolin, like these pitchers weren't expected to be that good or end up being really good. So it's time to pick a World Series winner. It is the Dodgers as our champions. Dodgers, I think, will win the championship simply because they're just way too overpowered. And I think this is the best Dodger team I've ever seen, at least in my existence. But that is my postseason. Once again, subscribe to Mr. Sports for more content. Let me know what you think about this down below. Obviously, more content coming. If you want to see some content, let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about. And that's it.